bid our friends goodbye. We promised we would write them and headed north up 95. Into the great unknown we turned up our stereo, and I felt so reckless and alive. We didn't know who we would be, we didn't know where we would end up when we headed down that road. A little food in our guitars in the backseat in that old cello, the one that would get stolen in a town in Idaho. And it's a long way to Michigan and back, and it's a long way. Yes, it's a long way, the clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. And I have never seen reflections of the cleanest of blue as in Minnesota lakes. Those were the longest nights of wood smoke and northern lights as we talked until the morning came. The light of glowing embers, as sweet as I remember, among the rustling of the trees. The legend of the harvest moon and sweet ballad of the loon, I felt as ancient as I was meant to be. And it's a long way to Tennessee and back, and it's a long way. Yes, it's a long way, the clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. I called you from a payphone in windy cold Missoula, and then from Midland in the rain. No place as proud and sad as South Dakota Badlands that touched me more than I could explain. The dirt poor reservation where the Oglala Nation tries to hang on to its ways. A feather and peyote pipe, a six-pack of Miller Lite sits on the dashboard of a beat-up Chevrolet. And it's a long way to Washington and back, and it's a long way. Yes, it's a long way, the clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. Well, out in California, we touched the other ocean, and I still have that jar of sand. In the Arizona desert, the sky goes on forever. You've never seen a thing as grand. And North Montana was cold, she keeps her secrets frozen under glaciers way up north. And people have got lost up there, home of the grizzly bear. And you can ask the mountain, but the mountain doesn't care. And it's a long way to Delaware and back, and it's a long way. Yes, it's a long way, the clouds upon our backs, and it's a long, 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 long way. Yeah, it's a long way. The worn out heels of Kerouac, it's a long, long,
what directly inspired that song?
That's my own travels, yeah. It's just a travelogue song, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a troubadour out there out on the road.
It's
I
true.
know that for you the writing is very important. How do you write? Do you say, I'm going to sit down and write today, or do you sort of wait for the inspiration to strike?
The latter. I can't just sit down and write if I don't have anything to say.
So what is there any kind of thing that you can do to sort of bring the inspiration on, a certain place, a certain mood, a certain time of day, anything?
Not really. Luckily, inspiration does strike from time to time, so I just wait. But yeah, if it'll just come. I'll be thinking about something. I'll be thinking about life, and then suddenly I'll think about a metaphor, and I'll write it down, and then I just keep notes. And then later I'll sit down and try to kind of make it into a song.
Sally, it was settled. Mary Jane would fall for Spider-Man. The story was set in stone like Tarzan and Jane, Yoko and John. You were like my Hollywood movie, the butterflies and Central Park kiss. Of course you would pursue me, I was Julia Roberts. I mean, how could you resist? But I am the 4th of July, throwing you a fire in the sky. You could go blind in my light, but you were looking for an orchid, and I will always be a dandelion, a dandelion. So I put on the best of my Warhols. I could have been your Marilyn Monroe, but you had only eyes for the Mona Lisa. You shared my cab ride all the way home. But I am the 4th of July, throwing you a fire in the sky. You could go blind in my light, but you were looking for an orchid, and I will always be dandelion. I am a middle class home, I am a worn out banjo. I'll never dance in Swan Lake, I'll never play the cello. I am the Northern Lights, I am invisible, I am the dandelion, I am forever wild. I am the 4th of July, I'm throwing you a fire all the way across the sky, and you could go blind in my light, but you were looking for an orchid, and I will always be. You were looking for a tea light, and I will always be.